Oh, so my Patreon goes live tomorrow. I'm excited.
Yay!
That's good. Make sure you share the link.
This thing is like acting silly. Hey everyone, I'm having a little technical difficulties over here on like trying to refresh YouTube and stuff.
Oh God,
Let me try that again. Thank you. Like seriously
I can
though.
hear you.
Anyway, I know it's just being goofy over here. It was like, no, you're not really here. I'm like, listen, get out my face. All right, so everyone, this is getting it written, as I like to call this show on Tuesdays. This is the end of the year, like last day of Nano December. If you're doing that, also Happy New Year, because that'd be happening soon. Glad I don't have to go out the house, everybody acting crazy and shit. The usual. Um, but we're gonna go back to our 3 questions that we like to do. Me and Aphrodite always do that. We stopped for a little while because we were like serious
For Nano mainly.
and we didn't have like the time for chat. So we're kind of laid back tonight. We have 15-minute sprints when we're sprinting, and we have the chats in between those sprints. We probably run at least usually about 2 hours. Usually. So let's go ahead and get started with everyone's roll call. All right, Alec, if you want to go for it and introduce yourself for the 100th millionth time.
Okay. My name is Alec Williams. I write under the pen name A.L. Williams. I'm the author of Immortal Scars, available currently on Amazon. My next book is due to come out March 14th, and I'm working on my cover for the book coming out then, actually.
Awesome. Yay! Get excited. Let's get excited for that. New books. Oh my god. Ecstaticness when new books are happening. Um, all right, Stewart. You're next.
I haven't heard anybody call me Stewart in a while. um, I'm D.L. Stewart. I write adult medieval fantasy, and tonight I will be working on Sovereign Duties, which is book 2 of my Metagore series. So, yeah.
Yay. I had to try that Stewart thing a little bit, so I'll call you DL, obviously, because you do.
Oh, because Stewart.
Let me try that out.
Stewart Lee is a lawyer in my book.
Dun dun dun. Who could that be based off? I don't know.
I'm not in.
Aphrodite, you are next.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aphrodite Lee.
Oh,
I am. I don't know. What am I supposed to be saying?
You introduce yourself and what are you writing and what do you have going on they need to know about?
I am writing a scene, working on a scene for someone, for my friend, and I am not working on anything else for me at the time. So that's what I'm doing tonight. As far as future, I'm not sure.
Cool. We'll get talking about that in the questions. As you guys know, I'm Arthur D.L. Tillery. This is my channel, and we do these awesome sprints every Tuesday, either on my channel or Aphrodite's channel. And I hope to be offering new videos back again on Saturday starting February. We have to get all my blah, blah, blah together for the channel before I start that back up. I'll be working on The Room Within when I am doing the sprints because I want to finish polishing that up. But I did get to kind of finish it, just that I want to add a little bit more to it. So I did get to complete my Nano. This is the last night, so I can still fool with it a little bit. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. All our links are below. Alec, I have to add your link because I have your link in the AuthorTube tribe, I think. But that may have been before we all got like in our groove together. But I will add Alec, and I need to add your book link, Alec, because you do write with us sometimes too. So I need to make sure I have your links down there. I'll add those so you guys can always check it out. So I'm sure you know about Alec stuff, so don't.
Everyone knows me.
Don't be acting like you don't know. You know, okay.
I'm the inciting incident.
That's it. So we go ahead and do the first question for the night. Hello, Jennifer, and let me see who's here. Meadow, hello. Deshay is here. Stephanie, hi. Let's see, and Jennifer, thank you for joining us. And we're gonna go do the first question. We're bringing our questions back, as I said. And you can answer it in the comments. I will read it and put it up on the screen for everyone to see. So let's pour the first banner up for you guys. Up. Show. There we go. So the first question for the night is: are you writing a new book in 2020, publishing a new book, or both? And what's the genre and working title? Because I know how titles change. I'm not even trying to act like they don't. Who wants to grab that one first?
I'm not writing a new book. I'll be working on stuff I've already started. And I won't be
Technically, I
publishing a
count
new
that.
book. So
Technically, I count what you're writing now because you're not finished it. Are you finished it? Did you finish it? You didn't tell me you finished it. Did you
no, I
finish it?
didn't finish it.
Okay, so I count
I'm almost
that.
done with the first draft, but I haven't got there yet.
Okay,
I'll be working on revisions and edits and stuff, and then maybe adding more to some of my side projects throughout the year.
Okay, well, I'll count that. Like, so if anyone of you other guys want to think about that, but I do count, like, if you're already writing one and you're still gonna be writing this 2020 rules, and I'm counting that. Okay. So yeah, Stewie, that would be that. So what you're writing now, Stewie, you could say, and what's the genre and working title?
For my main project, which is Sovereign Duties, or the Sovereign Duties of Medagore, and it's medieval fantasy. My side projects, I got The Gift of a Child I've been kind of working on, which is maybe adult. It might end up being young adult. I don't know. Medieval fantasy type, more dark fantasy. And then my memoir, True Identities.
Cool. Nice. So he got some stuff
they're gonna be off the hook.
Yeah, obviously.
You know
Got some stuff working on there. Okay, cool. Alec, what about you?
So is this question in regards to the year, like the whole year? Like,
Yeah, it could be the whole year. Yeah.
Okay.
Whole year.
Well, I am going to be publishing 4 books, 3 of which have already been written. That's my goal. It may happen, it may not. And that is Hopeless Scars, which is Scars 2, then Shameful Scars, which is Scars 3, and then Eternal Scars, which is Scars 4, and Transformed Scars, which is Scars 5.
Oh shit!
Nice.
I like that.
Good job. You got some good plans going there.
Yeah.
Good job. Awesome. And what genre are your novels?
These ones are specifically our paranormal romance.
Okay, cool. Love paranormal romance. Very good genre. Very hot selling genre. Like,
What's your subcategory on that? Do you have a subcategory on that?
Probably, if anything, urban fantasy, because it kind of like blurs between the two.
That's
cool.
That's hot. I like that.
That's pretty cool. All right, Aphrodite.
Honestly, I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna do a book next year.
Are you writing a new book? Like writing it even if it doesn't come out next year?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not sure because I was going back and forth. Like, I'm gonna decide tomorrow because I'm doing all my goal setting.
Yeah.
But I going back and forth because I kind of feel like I want to help out community more, like get involved with our autistic community and share some of what I absolutely know how to do, not what I want to learn how to do, but what I know how to do and help out like everybody else. Right. So we can take like another step up. Like for instance, like I want to help out with formatting and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm debating on if I'm going to move in that direction and kind of take a step back from my creative thing, if that makes sense. I don't know how to say it correctly. My head doesn't want to cooperate with me. Or if I'm going to try to do both, which I don't know, because I still have Muggle life that I have to contend with as well.
Oh, of course.
So I really don't know. Like, I really won't know until tomorrow, because tomorrow I'll make the decision, and then you know me, I make the plan, then I stick to my plan.
I got you.
So I don't have anything.
That's cool. All right, well, you got a lot still going on, especially if you plan on doing that type of stuff too. It's a lot happening. So, okay. Far as myself, as you know, I have Cagliostro Tale of the Laverton coming out. The planned date is October. I'm not releasing the date until other things are settled. Obviously, October was chosen because fantasy horror, and
Mhm.
that's why I chose October, because October is like my month of horror, obviously Halloween. And as far as writing books, I'm currently writing a short story, which I guess would be a novella in that sense. Room Within, and I have quite a few books I have planned to come out for 2020, but I'm not sure exactly of like how the dates are going to flow because of reasons, obviously. So yeah, reasons. So I'm not too sure exactly about which ones will be. So ones I planned originally was my horror compilation, which is a short stories, which is a connectivity style short story collection. Meaning it's kind of all intertwined, but it's a collection of short horror stories. So, a lot of my stuff is connected. You'll probably come to know once I start publishing books. So I'm kind of like a Stephen King in that way, as far as that's concerned. My goal is to become the mistress of horror, because they have like the masters of horror. If you guys don't know about them, if you're into horror, you know who they are. And I want to become like the first mistress of horror, because I don't even know if they even have one, because there's mostly like guys in that one, and not many females that lead that. But I want to be mistress. I like the word mistress. You know, they're like, well, you can just be a master of horror too. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I want to be a mistress of horror, so relax. All right. Um, so I'm going to take that title and run with it in 2020 and start my channel's whole thing going on too, so to be connected to that. So I guess you could say it's going to be working on my short horror stories, The Room Within, and publishing Cagliostro. So that's a lot right there. All right, let's see what everyone has in the chat. It should have caught up by now over here on StreamYard, because you know how long that takes.
People who try to get you on semantics need to shut up. Mistress and master mean the same thing. One is
I
master.
know, but they'll be like, you know how everybody's like, females need to take everything that male titles and stuff like that these days. So I'm like, no, I'm fine with my female title though. I'm cool. So I'll take mistress. I'm cool with mistress. I don't need to be master. You know, I'm cool with mistress. I like the word mistress.
It means the
for
same
that.
thing, damn it.
Amazing.
It
Just a
does,
feminine
but
version.
it does, but it's like, but they don't. Some people don't like that there's a female version of it. They're like, oh no. I'm like, no. What's wrong with having a female
Like,
version
there were actresses in Hollywood who were getting mad if you called them an actress
instead of
actor, and I'm like, but it literally is the same thing. It is acknowledging female. I get it, but
it's okay for us to be acknowledged for being female.
There's nothing wrong with being female. So it's okay.
But I mean, you got to be careful how you beat that horse, because what you're trying to say is like, I shouldn't be proud to be female. They're like, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. But you're saying that
right.
You don't, like, pointing out that I'm a female is like sexist somehow.
Right.
I don't mind that I'm pointing out to be a female. I'm cool with that because I like being a female. And you act like it's wrong for me to really like being a female, because I really like it.
No,
So
I think
that being pointed out.
The initial push on it was because actors in Hollywood made you feel less for just being a girl to begin with. So that's
right. So you didn't want to get drowned out by saying, "Oh, actor," and then.
So the answer isn't to be called an actor. The answer is to make them accept actress.
Right, that was the point. But I think a lot of people forget why a lot of people fought for certain things in a certain way, and then they like misunderstand why those things were, and they think someone else put those things in place when it really was the same sex of people that they're trying to change it for. Right. They put those things in place so they can get recognized for who they are. But whatever, that's a whole nother tale for another time. All right, so let's see what everyone answered the question. Kashay said, "I'm writing." Let me put it up on the thing here.
Because I cannot see you.
I am writing a new book, and the working title is Jesus Never Went to College. That's pretty awesome. I like that.
Jesus never went to college. Well, what about Jesus Jesus has nothing to do with me? We talked about that as a sequel.
Oh Lord.
It's the mom.
I do want to self-publish a book of poetry this year. So titled Excuse me. Musings, thank you. Tongue tie. Musings from Grandma's Lap. Oh yes, I remember you mentioned that.
Oh my God,
I really like those titles, and I have actually a poetry collection that I've been sitting on for a while. I actually bought because I'm obviously the queen of buying covers. I bought a cover for it already, so I could release that anytime because I'm not probably, and I know some people gonna probably try to get me on that. I don't want my poetry edited. I don't want to edit it because they're like,
I don't think you need to edit that. That just needs to be proof to make sure.
A lot of people, right. As long as everything's spelled right, but a lot of people be like, well, I get my poetry edited. I'm like, I don't want it edited because I don't want it changed at all. Even if it's like, well, this has a certain, so this is the way I write poetry. This is what you get, and you either like my poetry or you don't like my poetry. But I'm not going to follow a systematic grammar or anything else for poetry because that doesn't make sense to me. So not
I know. I did. I used to make music and rap or whatever, and I'd had a local writing group or whatever, and they wanted people to work on poetry or whatever 1 month. So I just took some of that because that's basically what it is. And this one chick was like, "It's like, well, this isn't like proper grammar," and this. I was like, "It doesn't fucking matter if it's proper grammar or what." She's like, "Well, the syllables all off." I was like, "How you fucking do it in tune with the music would still match up perfectly."
That's not what I'm doing here. Like, what you even talking about?
I'm not trying to match syllables. I'm trying to match beat points.
Like, no. I mean, I write my poetry the way I write my poetry, and I'm selling my book of poetry. I'm not trying to be like, I see some people like, you got my poetry edited. I'm like, say, well, excuse me, what now? I would never heard of that before. Going through poetry and have my poetry published and everything else, I've never heard of getting it edited like that. Not like, just regular stuff.
And then, she was talking about like my comma placements or whatever in it or whatever. And I was like, no. I was like, nope.
That's not relative here for me. Bye.
I was like, for me,
later.
No.
If you start
about like a half
up,
bar, I put a comma where, so I know like
you start bringing up like some kind of like Oxford pocket commas in my poetry, we don't have to not talk no more. Like, don't look at my direction.
So we're gonna have to
I wouldn't use the comma properly. I would use it for like any moment that I would want to like have a little bit of a pause. If it was like between like a noun and a verb, it would still put the comma there.
Yeah, it's like whatever to them.
I say that poetry has its own goddamn individual rules, and it's based on how the poet writes it. The poet knows.
That's right.
Yep.
That's it. I will note how I read mine, how it's said in the beginning of the book, just to clarify. But that's all you're going to get. So don't come for me or anything else because I won't even listen to you. AuthorTube News. Hi. So happy New Year, everybody.
Oh my goodness. Hey.
Let's see.
Meryl and Tamara.
And Kashay said it is a new adult contemporary. I suppose the first book that would be working on.
I'm down with
AuthorTube News is that was Tamara. I want to clarify that because Kashay asked. All right, let's see. And Tamara said, "Oops, I didn't know I was like so." Tamara's here now. Transforms Tamara. Transform into Tamara. Key, hello.
Okay, so I'm really excited right now. The card I got, I was waiting to get something, so I now officially have ordered Stewie's book. I have both your ebook and your paperback because I want it.
How about me?
I got the ebook, but the paperback.
Audiobook's coming somehow.
I'm trying to steal the paperback.
He's not complaining. I was reading that yesterday. That's really good.
The only reason I got the ebook is because I can't really read if I'm laying down, like an actual book for some reason. So the ebook just helps me do that when laying down.
Yeah, that's cool. That's smart idea.
I'm still gonna steal that book from my niece. I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna talk her into bringing it over.
Oh, and I just bought Encounters, which is why I asked you for the full title.
Oh yes, Encounters is the bomb.
Oh, thank you.
He said, plans for 2020 is publishing the book I'm currently working on is book 4 in my fantasy series. Working title is The Demon Gate. Love it. Probably be the final title too. Awesome.
Wait a minute.
Book
The
4,
Demon Gate.
cool.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be bookmarking chapter 5.
I just realized what you were talking about. Oh my God.
Key said we need to get you a whip. Key, I hate to inform you of this, but I already have whips, and that's plural. So
Really? Wow.
Yes, I do. I know how to use them too, just so we're clear.
I'm gonna.
So not only are you a mistress, you're a dom.
I'm gonna put in
True.
yes on
I'm
that.
very good at that. Just saying. Anyway,
So,
Yes,
Stewart, how are you doing today?
How you
I'm
doing,
doing all right.
Stewie?
I'm used to these conversations. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, for real, right? He already knows what's
I
happening.
corrupted him now. Oh,
I think he was corrupted long before we met him.
Like,
I was corrupted like 10 years ago. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know,
I
I
was-
had said that because I know about your shit, mister.
His skeletons in that closet. What?
I was corrupted.
Jennifer.
I wear my handcuffs as bracelets when I go out sometimes, and people are like, "Oh, you have handcuffs?" I'm like, "Oh yes, yeah, I forgot I had them on."
I
You
was
must
just gonna
have.
say I came out of the womb
That's a
corrupted,
style.
so you know.
That's a style. Like, we talking about corrupted is a style. Jennifer says, I'm working on writing and publishing my debut novel this year. It's a contemporary, hard-hitting YA suspense, very much like that. The new working title is Courage on Wheelchair Road. Nice.
Stop playing, you guys, with these titles. This is what's up.
Rocking them out.
I love titling, like even though it's a pain in the butt sometimes, I love doing it.
I'm thinking about having a title contest for my one book.
You are right about that.
So hard, and I really love doing that, but I'm having a hard time with this one.
Key was responding to our earlier conversation about the actor actress. The saying that you're an actor rather than an actress is almost like saying that being an actress is less than being an actor. It just enticed the prejudice and the claim to be fighting.
Right. You know what? You put that so well, Key.
Right, it's very true. I mean, because I hear people saying that, and it's just like with any word that they have, like female version and then male version of it, and they're like, well, we should just be that, because that happened with Miss Marvel, and they were like, let's call her Captain Marvel because there's Captain America, and she shouldn't be called Miss Marvel because somehow that's sexist. I'm like, you know what? Y'all need to stop trickling everything into everything because it started getting
I
weird.
didn't hear that. No.
That's why they changed it to Captain Marvel in the movie. She is not called Captain
I wish people
Marvel.
would like stop taking these terms and making them about something else. Sexism,
Like,
it literally means
misuse.
mistreating women because they're women, not by using a specific name. Like
Right. Acknowledging that you are a woman is mistreating a woman because you're a woman.
Yeah, exactly. So that kind of pisses me off in a comic book character too. I'm like, why are you changing the character for you? If you got a message you want to make, go ahead and make your message, but stop trying to just mess with stuff and change it to fit your message that's already existing. Make something and make a statement for what you're making, but stop taking other things and trying to make those things that people made and say that they were wrong because you don't like it. Like, that pissed me off. I don't like plagiarism and stealing other people's work and changing it. Pisses me off. Don't do it.
Right?
No to that. Like, leave people's stuff alone. Make your own.
She's
thing.
like, I'm done. Hillary is done with your bullshit.
Cut it off. Like, stop. I will chop you. Y'all heard. Don't play with me.
She got a variety of cat of nine tails. She will whip that ass.
I sure will. Thank you. Let's see. I know.
I was about to say, some people might like it, but you have nothing to do with that.
Oh, I'll pull out this right here. Be like, some people like it, but it's not my business.
You're like, whatever.
Pull out the current.
And poor he just didn't go, my friends. I tell you.
I know. Kishay said, "Yeah, I don't want anyone to edit my poetry. I just want to make sure there is no spelling errors." Like, right? Thank you. Like, I never heard. I was like that when I saw someone posted, and I think Altitude, not Altitude, but in like this writing group I'm in, they were like, "Yeah, you probably edited." Like, I hope you're just talking about spelling, because I mean, you could do that yourself. Like, you could go over your stuff and make sure it's spelled right. That's like the easiest thing. But like, seriously, I don't know what you're talking about. You look confused right now.
Never make that sound again.
Mine's a Scooby Doo off.
Oh my god!
You've heard it.
I'm done. I'm just done.
I'm just saying that's me when I'm confused by stupid stuff. Like stupid stuff pop up, I'm like, it makes me like transform, like, you know.
She's like, I just can't right now.
Definitely said, yeah, we got some good titles up here. I know, right? I love good titles, dude. That a good title will grab me.
My sister up in the house.
Oh
my god, I can't breathe. That's worse than I used to go skirt, and that's worse.
I do that like that. That's what I do. Like, you know, trying to stop for real, but you gonna make me slam into you.
I already told you I was in pain. Oh my god.
They said laugh to make you feel better. I'm just saying.
You know what? No, no.
You're welcome, Jay. I
keep saying Scooby Doo.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I said person. Didn't have it. You don't need one. I know, right? Oh, here's Sarah. Sarah said boo. Yeah, y'all better not forget the like stuff. You better go down there and press that like button. Don't play with me.
So don't make me slap you silly.
Somebody said that I might do chop you in the neck. I might do that.
Oh my god.
I'm not trying to do
Sarah.
Oh my goodness, no, I can't. All right, let's see. Everybody saying here. Let's make sure I didn't miss anybody's answer to the question. Then we'll do a sprint, 15-minute sprint. But all right, let's see. La la la. Ghost Sarah scared me for some. Don't start laughing. Hey, Ava. Girl, listen. I'll use that body wash you sent me for Christmas. Oh my god, it stuff smells so good. It feel like you got mint coming up here. Like, I was like, oh my god, it smells so good. Like, I just hugging myself. Like, thank you, Ava. Like, I was like, Ava, you thank you so much. I was right over there. My brother was like, what? I'm like,
right now.
Stop. This lavender up so good. Like, you know. Let me stop.
I can't with y'all. I can't. You do.
Oh look, somebody knows Stewie. Like, look, Stewie, you born corrupted. See, look at him smirking like with that evil smirk. He said, "Yeah, you know."
Yeah, I gotta do my.
Somebody be like, Stewie, you corruption. You be like, you be all right.
He's like, I don't give. I don't give a fuck. You be all right.
I love it.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. I love that song. That fucking just popped in my head when he said that. Fucking what was that? The movie Fist Fight. Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm.
The little girl starts singing and dancing that.
I can't.
Oh my god, I can't. Oh, I can't.
Oh wow, that's cool. We like the first to hit the title from Jennifer. That will probably be Jennifer Brown. So that probably will be my final title as well. I guess for the 4 books. Once I wrote it out here and shared it with you all, I actually love the title. It's a really good title. Though.
Yeah.
That was a really good title though. Like, I'm just saying.
I'm just gonna show y'all the cover of the book and give y'all the premise of my book, and then I'll let y'all title it.
I know. I didn't know that either, but it's something that I don't really think it needs to be done. I'm just saying, like, editing poetry is weird though.
Well, see, that's the thing with my books. I named my first book, and then I decided Scars was going to be in every book in the series. So
I have my Uncharted series is like that. Everything is Uncharted this, Uncharted that, Uncharted the other thing.
You should be jealous because it do smell that good. Like, I could share it with you, I would, but I like it too much for that. So sorry.
Oh shit! You know what? My Surrender series too. My Surrender Goddess series, because like Surrender Venus, Surrender Aphrodite, Surrender this, Surrender that. It's all the goddesses. Surrender Freya, all the goddesses of love. I have 5 different ones. So the Surrender Goddess series has that same thing.
Well, I have another series that ends with at Waverly Hills.
Tamara, it's like that aromatherapy company, and it's like what is it? Green tea. Something. It's oh my god, it's just so good. Like, it's like you feel like you got putting like what am I say, like mint when your skin is just like like you feel cool or something out of that, like cool breeze. Like I
Oh
don't know.
yeah, like that.
I fell in love with that stuff. Like I'm like every time I bathe right now, I'm like using it. I'm like, oh my god, it smells so good. Like, and I feel so fresh.
Somebody's gonna bite me.
Like please, if I bite myself, like let me stop.
Oh, Al, remember on the stream when we were talking about like Sailor Moon and stuff?
Yeah.
I found my story. I found it. I need to read that shit. Well, wait a minute. I need to read edited
We're about to sprint.
version of it.
Actually, we can go ahead and start the first sprints like 8:30. So let's go ahead and do the first 15. We'll come back at 45. Let me go ahead and put the banner up for that.
Is it 8:30?
So people know. It is 8:30 exactly. So let's do the first sprint 15. We'll come back and do the second question. That one's a little bit easier to answer and shouldn't take as long. All right, so let's go ahead and start. See you guys at 8:45.
8:40.
Yep.
I think that's time, right? Let me look. Yeah. It's 8:45, love.
Yeah.
So how did everybody do?
I did okay. I still have to figure out how to fix this font problem with my cover, but otherwise everything's fine.
What are you working in? Photoshop? What platform?
Oh, I'm just doing Procreate
Okay.
because I don't have Photoshop. It's just I have to figure out how to, because one of the images in the photo is white, and because the font is white, I have to find a way to make the font not blend into that object.
Oh, cool. Do a drop shadow in gray. Not a deep gray though. So it kind of looks like you didn't, but you did. You know what I mean? Do it like a drop shadow, and that'll bring the other one forward, and they can both be white, but the other one it'll look like you're looking at stairs.
Okay.
See, I know stuff. I know stuff.
Aphrodite knows stuff. You guys didn't hear that.
How'd you do, Stewie?
I did 281.
Damn. I did nothing as far as writing and stuff. That I'm still reading over something and then deciding which way I'm going to go. That's the best way to put it. I wouldn't be having difficulty, but my head is killing me. So it's like I'm trying to wait for this other medicine to kind of kick in, and it's taking its bloody time.
Joy.
How'd everybody do in the chat? Now I can't see the chat, so that's on y'all.
Key got 304.
Mm-mm.
Leora said I delivered blueberry muffins to the neighbors.
Oh wow! Why ain't I a neighbor of Leor?
Tamara is editing her newsletter story, trying to close gaps and make things make sense.
Tamara, we need to have a clinic where you show me step by step how to work inside of a newsletter platform. I mean, a newsletter majiggy, because I still can't do it. I know it's simple, but I need a walkthrough in order for my brain to memorize it, since I can't see a lot of stuff online.
Cachet got 302. Leora said, "Why aren't you a neighbor of mine?"
I need some blueberry muffins. Y'all, I don't like pizza. Like I don't hate pizza, but I'm not like a big fan of pizza. If you said, Aphrodite, you can never have pizza again, I wouldn't be hurt. But for some reason, for the past 2 days, I've been wanting pizza.
I eat pizza all the time.
Like, what the hell is that though? Like, it's not. I've never craved pizza before.
First time for everything, I guess.
It's just weird to me. I could see if I was craving like sausage or something, which is on the pizza. But I've been literally going, God, I can go for some pizza, and then I'm looking like, where is that coming from?
I have pizza.
I'm just not a pizza person. Like I don't hate pizza. I just don't love it either.
You're just like, it's whatever. You could take it or leave it.
I really could. Like if you took it away, I would not be mad. I wouldn't miss it.
Leora
said lasagna. Now you take my lasagna away, we're gonna argue.
Like we're gonna have to fight.
Oh yeah.
Leora said, "Ooh, I could make a video about that, Aphrodite. What platform do you use?"
Yeah, actually, that would be a good video. You make sure you send us the links. And you know what I just realized too? Like I was on I came on YouTube. I was in our AuthorTuber group and I saw that Naked Firefly put a video up, and so I went, oh yeah, let me go watch real quick. I get to the video and it doesn't even show. It shows that I'm subscribed, but it doesn't, like the bell wasn't rung. And I know I rung that fucking bell. Like, what is up with YouTube with that? Like, anybody else going through that?
I haven't.
I never got the notifications half the time, anyways.
Right.
So I don't even pay attention. I have a habit of checking YouTube like 20 times a day, anyway. So
it's frustrating because you go in like it was somebody else's channel. I can't think of what it was. And I'm like, I haven't heard from them in a while. They must have, taken a break. And then you go onto their channel and no, the fuck they haven't. It's like 2 videos a week for the past 3 weeks. You just didn't get a notification.
Yep.
That screws people. I don't think that's cool. I just don't know why it does that. And it's like, it's not even regimented with it. It's like hit or miss when it does it.
Tamara said, we can do that, Aphrodite, and you can give me a walkthrough on how to do formatting.
Oh, I got you. I will definitely show you. It's some key tricks, and it can be a pain in the butt if you get a document from somebody and they put a whole bunch of dumb stuff in it that you have to correct before you can even format. But oh my God, I can show you. You'll be like, you're kidding. This is while I had jail. I'm like, yeah. Yep.
She's having issues getting back into the stream.
Oh. Well, what time is it?
8:50 for you.
All right. So I guess like in 3 minutes. Do y'all see the second question? It's on
YouTube. So let me.
Yeah, the second question. Then we can go into another sprint.
Second question is, what are your marketing plans for your future books?
I don't even know if she means future like 2020 or future like long term. I'm going to be honest, like whatever I'm going to do, everything I can do within my means. So like this go around, I didn't have money, so I couldn't do like ads and all the other stuff. I had to be real creative in how I got the word out. And it was successful. So I'm planning on doing the exact same thing, and then whatever else I can add to it when the time comes, what I can, based on what I can do. I don't have an exact blueprint of what I'm going to do, but I'm just saying, from the sky's literally the limit. Whatever I can do is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I'm going to try to invest more money into actual ads. Like I want to kind of focus on BookBub and possibly Facebook, because my genre, majority of the fans are on Facebook.
Yeah, I probably end up having to do some more research as far as that kind of thing goes. Like, because I never, like, you know where your fan base is sitting and hanging out. I just assume that, they're on planet Earth.
Somewhere.
Well, the only reason I even know is because I was part of the fan base. So I kind of just found out by accident.
That's pretty cool. I'm like, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of humans. So yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, your fan base is humans.
For the most part, humans.
Yeah, I feel like I'll probably do about the same thing I did the first one. If I got more at my disposal money-wise, then I would do more paid ads and stuff. But that's about it. Nothing. She's back.
Hello. Back.
Oh my God! Really, I really hate like everything to do with the internet and computers. Like, I would say something that I usually say to things, but I'm about to like not like I can't say it. I shouldn't say it on live stream. Like I used to say I used to tell everything that pissed me off to like eat my behind.
Oh wow!
I used to say just my butt or whatever, and I would just whatever I was pissed off at. That's what I would say. No matter if it was an inanimate object or not, I didn't care. Like just eat it.
Yep.
You can't
Like,
invite
dude,
people to your body parts. Some people just
like
make okay.
I just really cannot with stuff right now. Like anyway, so that's really pissed me off. But who got to answer the second question?
We did, and on the camera, we haven't did any of the chat yet.
So you need to answer it and then check chat.
Yep.
This is true. Hold on a second. Let me pull the banner up because everything's pissing me off right now. But I'm not gonna let it down from my mood. I'm still mad at it, and I would chop it, what out of it if it wouldn't break it. Anyway, not in the mood to. So, what are your marketing plans for your future books? I have a lot of marketing plans. I won't go through the entirety of them. I've been looking at like a budget for my publishing, especially my first book, because a lot of people who like I've been in a lot of writing groups and stuff on Facebook and stuff, like ones that got like, I think one I'm in has got like 20,000 or 50,000 people in it or something, and it's like people are saying like, well, you shouldn't spend so much money on your first book, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, whatever, bye.
You should do what you can do, and people need.
What the fuck you want to do?
Thank you. Like, don't be telling me. Like, don't tell me what to do. Like, that's not gonna happen. I'm not the person.
You should tell them to go eat your ass when they say that.
You can tell somebody like, hey, I recommend this or I did this, but don't tell somebody what they can and can't fucking.
I know. I really can't stand that. But a lot of writing groups can be have a lot of pretentious people in it. You know that.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to writers. I mean, I know that. But when also too, we don't have as many pretentious people, which is really helpful and useful. Thank God for that. But when you go to like the old classical like groups and stuff like that, it's like pretentiousness out the butt, like over there. Especially ones of people who publish well, like they have like a lot of books sold and they get all like uppity and stuff. Like, listen, relax yourself.
You know what? You're not worth anything if you can't stay humble.
That's it. I know you can't. I can't stand that. So I definitely agree with that. Well, I mean, my marketing plans, I have quite a few. I want to do a street team for sure. That's a tough one to figure out in my mind in some cases because you have to get people who are willing to help you out, even though you're gonna give them some incentive, but still. I've been through my life and I'm 35, and I've found that people aren't very reliable. So
I can help that. Because I know, like, I've been on thousands of street teams for years. I can help.
Right. Yeah, I know you can. So, I mean, I'm going to do it. But I'm just like, when I first thought about making a street team, I was like, when I read about how, like, what it entails, I'm like, yeah, this means depending on people a little bit. Like,
can you, like, send me some information about that? Because I still don't really understand street teams. I've read a little bit, but.
Yeah.
I mean, I get how to do it. But it's just, again, that I'm like, my confidence in people, my faith in people isn't very, like, I just don't know. If I like depending on me, because I know if I'm the one pushing to do something, it's going to get done. But I guess that'll have to be the backbone of the street team, obviously. But that's the one that gets me. But I'm going to do a street team, and I'll talk to you, Aphrodite, about it. I need to get established people who's really willing to be a part of it, because I don't need anyone who's only like just saying that they will be. So I don't play that.
Right. I'll show you, because I went through a boot camp. I don't even think the thing is still around, but I went to like street team boot camp with some, I can't say his name, but with a certain celebrity.
Yeah.
Learned the ropes that way, like as an underling.
Yeah.
And when it came time for me to be like a captain, so to speak. And then so where I'm running everything, and then I'm getting in people, I learned a lot. So when I formed my first street team, and I did my very first street team, I'm going to say about 15 years ago, it was a massive success, and I had all that behind me already. So I knew how to organize it and how to make it work. Like, those street teams, no matter how great they are, they still always work in flux.
Right.
So I'm just going to use a number I can work with. So if you have 20 people on your street team, you probably only have 5 core at any given time.
Right.
And you use your 20 people in the rotation of the 5, and you make your jobs and your assignments for 5, because you know you got that. and you
Right.
don't know which 5 of the 20 will be available, but you know you got that. And that's not the best way to explain it, but just to give you a general idea.
I
And
get what you're saying.
if you work it like that, if all 20 people show up, you're gravy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's golden right
But
there.
if you have 20 people and you have a street team assignment, like I'm gonna make up a dumb one. Make a vision board for this character and show everybody. And that particular week, 6 of those people can't do it. And 5 people don't know how to make vision boards and this and the third, so you only have these 5 people that did it, then you accomplished your goal.
Right, I get you.
So I'll work with. I'll give you.
Okay. Yeah, so I need to plan that out. I just have it on my list as like my marketing plans, like build street team and stuff like that. But then I have on there, of course, like where I'm going to advertise at, and then how much those advertisements will cost me, how long I'm going to run my campaign ads, things like that. So I have like Facebook. I know because I've used that before for like my convention stuff, so I know how long I would run an ad and how much money it would cost me. Then I have Google ad that I would put in, and then I was going to get a ad package from Barnes and Noble, things like that. So those type of things are on my marketing plan. Of course, my ARCs, I consider that part of my marketing plan, like people doing my ARC reviews, giveaways, stuff like that. So I'm planning a whole bunch of things for my first book's launch. It's a big excessive list, so I'm trying to do. I took the class with Jenna Morisi on Skillshare about marketing.
I love that class, by the way.
Yeah, it's just very well put together. So I was taking that class, plus I'm reading and doing a lot of other stuff. And I was in marketing and sales for a long time before I got out of it. So I do have some other stuff, and I've run businesses for a long time. I run a business since I was like 12 years old. So I do understand that aspect of sales. I used to be in sales, so I know how to sell something. So I'm not worrying about that part. It's just that I want to make sure I have everything together. That's why I have such a wide window of my book being done and me planning its release. So I have until October, technically, but not really until October. That's the release month. But I have like close to that where I can make sure everything's in right flux to go, so to speak. Let's see here. Let me check the comments and see what everyone else said about that question. Let me roll back up here. I don't know what time you guys asked that. Oh, yeah.
I'll be right back.
You good. Let me see. I think you guys asked it. Was it after I said that my internet was going to? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was I think the first one from Eva at 8:53.
Oh, cool. Thank you for the mark. All right. So I don't have any marketing plans. That's cool. He said marketing plans. Crickets chirping in the background. I'll worry about that after I finish chemo. Oh, wow. Like, kudos. Like, respect. That's so tough right there.
Who said that?
Key.
Oh my goodness, Key.
When I can think.
I will keep you in prayer.
Definitely, of course. Fight it right there. Tamara said, I'm creating this newsletter to bring in more readers. I'll have ads for the follow-up books in the back of each book. Each of the books. I'll be doing a lot more newsletter swaps, and I am planning to for being featured 1.5. Was a half or 1-2 podcasts and blogs too. Okay, I see.
Well, one of the things that I'm doing that I actually learned from somebody, I learned it from Sarah Cannon, is because my books could be read as standalones, any ads I put out are going to only be for book 1.
Okay.
That way, that brings them in.
That is so smart. Yeah. She talks about lost leaders. That is the best thing in the friggin' world.
Yeah.
Because you want your book to generate in your other book.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I mean, I got a lot of my advice from her and Alexa Dunn. Like, my titling convention came from her video about titling conventions. The Lost Leader, the Anchor series, which is why I'm only working on the one series. Things like that came from Sarah Cannon.
All right.
Cool. Good
Tamara, what is a newsletter swap?
Yeah, newsletter is definitely on my list for sure because stuff like that I know works for sure. I shouldn't have a problem getting people to follow it because I know a lot of people from the dance community that will buy my stuff too. So that really helps.
I'm very excited. You have a built-in fan base that's off the hook, like 10,000 people already.
Mhm.
Out of all those people, you got some readers in there. I know.
Yeah, so that's why I started out when I did the first mention of getting beta readers for my book. I ended up getting like 27, 30 people right off the bat saying that they would love to do and be a part of it. I don't expect to end with that, but that'd be awesome if I could, because then a lot more people catch a lot more things.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, yes.
I'm gonna do
What is a beta swap? I mean a newsletter swap. I never heard that.
Once she answers, I'll read it for you. It was I'm going to do a bookstagram if I get my shit together. Yeah, I heard about that.
What is that?
But
It's
that's not my
Instagram.
book specific. Yeah, you're doing your book on Instagram.
But
I have like an author.
Like, how do you do that? People say
it's a bookstagram is just an Instagram where you're
Yeah, it's
constantly
like
posting
BookTube
books
on
but
YouTube
pretty.
just for Instagram.
And you're posting like pretty footage photography of the books that you're either
Like
reviewing
what I
or
post
have.
most of the time about my book.
Oh,
You know.
okay.
Yeah, so I heard about that. Only I have my author Instagram where I post like my teasers and stuff like that and covers when I do book cover releases and stuff like that, and maybe like little video links to my YouTube channel. That's all I've been doing with it right now. But I think I almost have 100 people following on there. But my Twitter, I ended up getting a lot of followers like really fast, which was really good. I think my Twitter was like I have like over 1,000 followers on Twitter, and I got that really fast. It slowed down after a while, but the more I post on it, the more I start getting more people. So I think I'm at like 1,100, I think 1,200, something like that.
Right. Twitter for me, Twitter blew up.
Yeah, it's real fast. Which
real fast. It's way faster than anything else.
Right.
But you know what, guys? I'm 11 followers away from 500 on YouTube.
Yeah, that's really cool.
What?
You blew up fast with that. I think you did really well, really quickly.
I can't believe that. It's like I'm in shock over that. Like 11 people.
I'm upset too about like
500 until like October of 2020, and then I would get like.
To be able to get that 11, it shouldn't be that hard to get. Like, I think that'll come real quickly, actually. Kashay said I plan to use social media and my blogs to help pub. I want to also use my YouTube channel to create my little hashtag Shay Baby tribe. Laugh out loud.
Shay Baby, I like that.
Avis, I have any of you been to Book Expo or looked into it from a business growth standpoint? I've read about it, but I haven't looked into it. That's on my plan for right after launch, so I can go to like book expos and all kinds of like events and stuff for my book to be there and do book signings and things like that. That's on my list for that, but I haven't looked into it from the business growth standpoint, but I plan to. It's on my to-do list for 2020.
One of my friends did. She looked into it so that we could go like be there and have our book out. And so she's doing everything that she's doing all the legwork. Because to be quite honest with you, I wouldn't know where to begin.
Right.
So, but I will learn it as we go and as she learns. But we're supposed this summer be Book Expo here in Baltimore.
Is there one here in Baltimore going to be?
They are at the harbor. It's so beautiful though how they set it up.
I know it is.
It's like a giant outside library. It is so fun. It's like candy store and candy store porn.
I'm like, I wish, like, I really wish I could, but you know, I will not do Baltimore for nothing.
I know.
And I'm in Maryland, like I won't do Baltimore for nothing. Like that's the only thing I will do. Like that, I won't. Like I just won't do it. And I wish some things wasn't down there. Like if it's just reach a county, I'll be like, I'll do it. But I will not. I cannot. Like I used to go down there, but I will not go near Baltimore no more.
Nope. Oh my God! I love Baltimore. I love every bit of Maryland though. So.
Oh, I could love Maryland. I love
I'm a Maryland freak.
Wrong Baltimore. It's just the people involved in doing bad stuff that I will not intertangle with because I refuse to put myself in any kind of danger, even for something important I need to do. I won't do it. Especially now that I have a kid. Maybe when I was younger and I was 20s, I wouldn't care. But now I'm like got a kid. I won't even think about anything that somebody could do something stupid and I'll be on the news. Nope. I'm not going out like that. Tamara said newsletter swap is when you're featured in someone's newsletter and you feature them in yours. I thought it probably was something like that. Like your latest book release. I'm in a few cozy mystery groups that have active newsletters. That's really good idea Tamara. I will have to look into that.
Find stuff like that. I want to do that.
Try to just look it up. Like author newsletters and stuff, and join a newsletter and contact them. Actually, want to do a swap probably. Combining, what was it? It was like combining photography and books. Yay! I'd post a blog style post with it that did a review or something. I'll wing it.
Alec, a long time ago, you talked about a group that you're in on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook. That you said that they were authors, and I think they were doing like rapid release or something. They were showing like all their back, their back stuff, so you could see what they were making and all that. And they were what was that group again? Because you were talking about it. I just want to check them out.
I don't remember, but let me look at because they're still on my Facebook.
But you know who I'm talking about, then, right?
Yes.
All right. Can you please send it to me when you?
Aphrodite, I was talking to you. She said, "What date? I guess for the book expo that you guys plan on being
20 books to 50K."
Oh, that group. I'm in that group.
Actually, Eva, I don't know for sure. I have to ask my friend because she's the one doing all the legwork. And like literally, like because you have to pay to get like a table, and it depends on like if you're inside of like the tinny things and stuff like that. And she's looking into how much money we would have to put out just to do that. And then of course you have to buy books. So she's helping with that because again I am like ridiculously poor, and we'll see. And it really, what the sad thing is, like she doesn't even have a book out, and she thought she might by now, and she doesn't, and she's still trying to do it for me. Now, how great is that?
The editors paid $350 for expo for that round. Damn, the one be an editor had to pay for that. Librarians and teachers though much less. It's a crazy big thing, I guess. But I agree, Tamara, the cost isn't worth the payout for me yet either. Yeah, you have to just kind of be like, decide what's going to be, what you could do in your budget and what's going to work for you right now because you don't want to overspend and then get nothing out of it. It's nice for the exposure, but again, you really don't want to overextend yourself, obviously, for reasons.
Right. Do not do that. Get creative and figure something else out.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have any money for an editor, but you need an editor, and I bartered with someone to get my editing done. It would have cost me like $2,000 to get it done had I not done that.
Yeah.
You generally you at this point you should know enough people. Maybe you don't know everybody, of course. Enough people where you can give something of you up in exchange for something in return. Because we all don't have money, or we're not all running money, or we have money, but we have muggle shit to take care of. With
like we don't have.
Well, I mean, it's true. With me, I've kind of partnered up with with Jace. Jace is gonna probably do one of my audiobooks. I'm gonna help him with cover and other visual stuff.
Well, it's called bartering, which is good.
And then I have, Amber, who's going to be doing my editing, and I'm doing her cover. So you find a way to make it work. You hustle.
I can make some stuff work with Jace now, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all too.
I already told him when he like voices my sex scene, that's the one I'm going to be zeroing in on.
Oh no. I'm gonna have to buy that audio book now.
You said there's where's the conference? What state is the conference held in?
Oh, for the 20 books to 50K. I'm not sure. I have to check that. I'm in the
group.
Oh
my god, I'm so intrigued now.
See, I can't afford to go to any of this stuff. If I ever can, I will. But
I try to go to local stuff. I could go out of state to something, but I have so much on my plate with my convention that I can't. Until I get that switch over to nonprofit, I have to put a lot of money into that. So me traveling for my writing right now is going to happen like this year, but next year, 21, then probably I could try to swing something then. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
I'm dancing in 21. That's my goal.
Awesome. Yeah, you should do that. It said there's a local writers guild and conference here for the price range. At least I'd make local contacts, which could be more fun. It's always good. We should start next sprint in about 2 minutes, just so we know, and then we're going to do 15. Come back to the final question, and then do another 15, and we can chat for a little bit.
I'll be back, guys.
You good? But I think everybody answered the question so far who could answer it. But yeah, so let's see here. My crazy 3-year-old screaming in the background. That's a nut bad. Kids, man, I tell you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, really. I know Stewart know about that life. Crazy kids.
Crazy kids.
Oh, Lord.
I just got them back today. They was at their grandma's for a couple of nights.
Okay. Oh.
My son is having a baby. I don't know if I told you all. Because he
I
only
know.
got married like 2 months ago, so they made a honeymoon baby.
Apparently.
I think it's so funny.
He trying to get a girl. He want a girl.
Yeah, he says she fucked up, and she has to keep trying until he gets a daughter.
He's so goofy, his goofy self.
Oh my god!
But it's very time consuming, so I don't see me doing it all the time. Yeah, well, it would be. Tamara said they have a few annual. I feel like it was in the Southern California area. Yeah, he's on the West Coast, so I won't be going to that.
Oh shit, I'm going.
I wish I could.
I got friends over there.
Yeah, so you good, but I can't travel really because of the baby. So
no, we're gonna take the baby with us. I'm telling you,
I'm like right next to Southern California.
Lucky you, man. But I like being on the East Coast though. But
I like living on the East Coast, but I do like visiting the West.
I lived in the East Coast. I can't do it. It's too cold.
I like where I am in Maryland because it's safe.
I love Maryland.
Tornadoes don't happen here too often, so I'm good. Tsunamis, we don't get those. Also, it's not too hot. It's not too cold. It could get kind of cold for winter, obviously, but most of the time it's balanced during the rest of the year, which I'm good with. My favorite season being fall and all.
Yeah, it can get ridiculously hot and ridiculously cold, but it doesn't last long.
Yeah, it doesn't last long. And we coastal, so it's not too bad. But I'm like, that's why I'm kind of comfortable here. Like, I'm just going to buy a house here because I was going to move to Maine, but then I was like, no.
You was gonna be cold.
It was too cold, and I like diversity about where I live in most cases. I live in Carroll County, so it's not as much diversity. But Maryland is diverse.
And Maryland is America in miniature. It really is.
It is. So I was like, Maine is like predominantly all Caucasian. I'd be cool with that, but I'm not how cool they be with that. So I'm just pointing out that I was like, I thought about that. You gotta think about the time. So I'm raising a child too, and I'm like the school and all that. Not that she's going to because of school, but she's being homeschooled. But still, she'd have to there's going to be people we have to interact with stuff. I have to think about that. Moving a whole family to another state, and I was like, no, I'm good. So.
Now I'm staying in Maryland. I live on the peninsula, so I got water on 3 sides of me. All I hear are ships from the 3 sides of me all day, every day, and then the one part, the land part, are trains. I love where I live. I love it.
Yeah, it's cool. All right, so we probably should go ahead and do our sprint. I'm gonna pass our 2-minute mark, but whatever, it's cool. Yeah, I know I could bring the baby to the Midwest, but I'm not traveling with her that far yet. I'm super protective in my brain. Like, I'm a horror writer, so we think a lot of stuff we probably shouldn't. So yeah, I will wait till she's a little bit older before we do any traveling that requires a plane or driving extensively. Because when you drive extensively, you could take a wrong turn, and I saw that movie.
It's like some of my best road trips was just random turns and getting lost.
Oh y'all, I just saw the best
road trip. We twins and stuff, but listen, did you see?
I know I got all the wild jeans.
You see this Manila?
Wild jeans.
You see this skin tone. We don't do wrong turns because we don't come back.
No,
okay?
Don't play that. No.
That's
one thing. That's
the movie was telling the truth about that. Let's not play around.
I'll drive, and you ain't got to worry about it.
No, you drive. I'm definitely dying. So no.
I haven't killed anybody yet.
You didn't, but whoever that wrong turn will. What?
Just stay in the car.
That's right.
No, we're gonna take that train I saw that goes from east to west and back, and it's a 4-day trip across the country on the train. You only get on the train once in Chicago to switch to the other train, then from Chicago all the way back. All the way
Listen.
Come on, that's gonna be so beautiful. And then it's gonna be cute boys on the train. I'm telling you. We got
Listen.
What about pretty boys? What? Who? Huh? What?
That's all Alec heard.
It's not about running a train.
the train. No,
All he heard.
I just found it today. It's a train that goes from coast to coast. That's the trip. And it's like it's like 4 days. It cruises on along. You get to see all the, the beautifulness of the United States as you go across, but you in the train, so you ain't got to worry about being like, like killed unless the train crash, or something there. But you ain't gotta be worrying about like you stopping over here and like because you in.
Yes, I saw Wrong Turn, all of those, and guess what? I'm not trying to run into no mountain people and shit. Like, listen,
Right?
they messed up. Like, no, I think about that stuff. I'm not messing around with that. Like, when my kid is a little bit older, I will take.
Wrong Turn is a movie or something.
It is a movie.
Oh, see, that's where you messed up. Don't watch stuff called Wrong Turn.
Listen, I'm a horror buff. I seen all the stuff, and guess what? That prepared me for life.
It's called. That's like. I was going to say something really bad, so I'm glad I caught myself. That's like reading Shattered and thinking you're going to get a romance.
Listen, wrong turn can happen. Any day you turn the wrong turn and end up where crazy cannibal people live and shit. No, man, no. That's how we stay alive. No, All right, it's 9:20, so let's do a 15. We'll come back at 35.
She's like not doing it.
I'm gonna stay alive, so hopefully y'all do too. We'll see you at 35. Have happy time writing, and we'll see you soon.
Guys, I lost track of time. What time were we supposed to come back?
I have no idea.
I don't even remember what time we started.
I don't either.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can figure it out.
All right, and I'm back again with this. Like, seriously though, I just cannot with the computer tonight. It's not being my friend, and it wants to obviously want me to send it to it. Like, I can't. Anyway,
Feeling like I had
so
extra time.
yeah, you did, but that's cool. I did like first one. I did like 150 words because I got interrupted, and this one apparently every time I sprint, it decides to crash. So yeah, and I did like 200 words right before it told you tried to be, you know what, a biatch. Um, so if anyone will go ahead and answer that question, I will answer it. But we're gonna have to wrap after that because I really don't know when my computer's gonna crash again. Since I'm the host, it's not like I can't get into my dashboard unless I'm on my desktop. So I have to wait every time it reboots and stuff. And hopefully my internet don't act up while it's doing that because it sometimes makes my internet act up because I have Wi-Fi in this computer down here. It's not a plug-in. So
What is
yeah.
the question? Can you put it up?
Yeah, let me pull it up here. I saw Tamara did post it for people in the comments. Thank you, Tamara, for that. Question 3: what are 3 things you want to focus on for your upcoming novel before it releases, not involving story?
I'll go first on that too because I don't have anything that's coming up. I'm easy.
Okay, cool. Alec,
What was the question? Oh,
what are 3 things you want to focus on for your upcoming novel before it releases, not involving story?
um, um, prose, probably. I want to like improve the way I tell my story. I mean, I still want to use my voice, but I just want to improve on it.
Okay, cool. Pardon me.
Always good to learn as much as you can.
Yep. What about you, Stewie? If you're done, Alec.
I don't really know 3 things. 2 things I would like to do. I would like to have some more artwork made. I had 8 characters made up. Whenever I got ready to release the first book, I wouldn't mind doing like another 8, and eventually just keep adding on to that with each book. And then I would also like to get the flags actually made. That's something I've been wanting to do for a while. I just haven't done it or had anybody do it for me or anything like that. I would like to have like a life-size, medieval flag of each of the kingdoms made.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm down with that. Like for Shatter, which is already out though. I don't have anything new, but I definitely want to get all the artwork done. Like I've been working on like the inspiration boards and stuff them for a very long time, and all their character that wordization for a long time, and I really, really want to get them all done up. I really do. So I'm looking forward to doing something like that. But again, that's one of those things that's going to call for money. And you got to still inch your way through and find the right person to work with, blah, 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 yada, yada.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have the same guy that did my first date do more. Or so that way it's all the same style.
Right. Right.
That's
I'm
good.
pretty much starting from scratch. Like I found somebody I like, so I'm just talking to them about some things because I wanted to do a graphic novel as well, and I want the characters I want the artwork to match. So if this person's going to work with me for the graphic novel, then that's the same person going to want to do the character. So I'm debating on like which route I'm going with that. But again, that's on the back burner. The burner not even on. I ain't got no damn money. It's just what I would like to do.
Yep.
This year will be awesome. Money will fall out of the sky for Aphrodite. We will wish it into existence.
This is true. We will do our best to wish that into existence. I would say 3 things for me is to have my book like edit it as best I can. Like I have a really good editor, but you never know what you're gonna get until you receive it back. So I do believe that she'll do a good job, but I want to make sure the book is as pristine as it can be before I send it out to the public. So that's like my number one thing that I want to do, make sure the book is together. And that just then ties into my book cover. I want it to be as crisp and exactly what I want, because I don't plan to be the one that goes back and change my cover. I don't want to do that because I couldn't get the cover I wanted the first time. I refuse to release not getting the cover that I want. So that's why I went through trying to choose the cover artist so difficult, with such difficulty, because I was unsure of the style at first, and then there are such good cover artists out there, and I've come across so many, and I've liked so many different styles, but I need the one that called to me the most for my book. And I don't care about the cost of it. I'll save for it if I have to, but that's one of the things that I wanted the most for sure. And I just want my book to be pristine, like the formatting. I want that to be great. I want it to be, I just want to make sure the story is well written, but I want it to be in the setting of not worrying about my story at this point, but more worried about how it's presented to people when they look at it. So like
I agree with you on that.
Being clean, you know what I mean? Like the formatting, the cover, like what's going to grab them to pick the book up to begin with, because I really want them to read it. And if they are turned off by the first glance of it, they're never even going to know what I put in the pages,
True.
So that's like my things. They all tie into each other: the editing, the formatting, and then the book cover art. So that's why I've been taking so long really looking into those things. And I'm willing to pay high prices if I have to, because I don't trust my own eye for those things. I just don't. I'm an artist too, and I also draw. I do painting. I do things digitally, but I just don't want like my style for my stuff. I wish I did.
Right, and it's not the same thing as knowing what, like, you can be the best artist ever and still not be able to do a book cover correctly.
Right, or do it the way you want. You envision your book, because I could do a book cover, sure.
Right.
I could buy all the fancy gadgets and I could do all the 3D scaling and all that stuff, but it's also the artist behind the pen, and I want something, a very specific look for this book.
Yeah, my style is not what I would have wanted for any of my books.
Well, I think Shattered with the covers.
No, because I didn't make that. I said what I wanted,
and you got it.
I mean? And I fucking I don't mean no harm. Like I'm not saying. Okay, the best way to put it is don't settle.
No,
get what you want. Get what you want.
I know it's that thing where people want their book out, but I want my book out, but I want it out the way I want it out.
Right.
I don't just want it out.
That was where I put money, because that was someplace that I wanted to skimp. And I do not have the skills. If I had the skills, like I formatted the book. If I had the skills to make a cover, I'd be making it. I would have. I'd have made that.
Yeah,
cover.
See, that's probably the biggest lifesaver for me, because I am a designer. So
that helps. But you like what you're designing too, because I'm not going to say I know I could design a book cover. That's not going to be a thing, because I'm just good at everything I put my mind into. But I can buy the stuff to make it good. But I don't know I like my art, and I do want very specific covers. I bought a lot of pre-made covers, and there will be a lot for my ebooks and things, and I have some print ones as well. But they grabbed me for the story. I created a story for that book cover that I saw.
Right, because book cover.
She's currently getting one of mine.
No. You don't understand the ridiculousness level.
It's true.
Oh, that's a nice book cover.
She's a pre-made hoarder.
But as soon as I saw that book cover, and Alex is a good example. As soon as I saw that book cover, a story came to my mind. So every time I see a book cover, it helps me come with a story. I'm not even trying to do that, but that's what happens. So each one of those book covers have their own story because I saw that book cover, not because I had a story waiting for it. Because that's not how I roll. All my stories that I have waiting on writing that was before those book covers, they're going to be created by somebody custom. So the ones that I purchased is because that book cover that artist made a story come out of me. That's what happened.
I made all of my encounter book covers, and
Mhm.
wait a minute, it's 9 covers. I made all 9 of them myself.
Yep.
But I just want to be clear, like they were purposely plain and simple because that's what I wanted them to look like. So I
like that. Though.
like, and it's literally just text. I'm trying to find my camera thing. There it is. My favorite thing about the encounters is the back, because that quote unquote tribal heart.
Mm-hmm.
I designed that bad boy, and I'm really proud of it.
No, that was good. That was in that book.
All this is text, and I did it like that on purpose. I just wanted it to. I didn't want people on it. I just put the 7 erotic friggin' sins.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All of
I think that's cool.
Made it black because I wanted it to be dark with pink.
Hey, Aphrodite, how thick is that book? I was just curious.
Oh, this is novella size.
Okay.
Oh, can you see?
Okay, I can see it now. I was just curious.
In comparison to Shattered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like not even a third.
Yep, it would be a novella.
So
let me see if anybody did any numbers doing the thing. Did you guys do any numbers of writing? I know Aphrodite's reading, so.
But now the other, the second part for this is also about this size, but the other 7 in the middle are like Shattered, because they're not really like, if you technically, the 7 erotic sins and then the sequel to it are the 2 together like a duo. Yep. Those other 7s are in the universe of it, so they're not part of it, if that makes sense.
Oh, it makes sense.
So I just wanted a dark book with pink on it.
Hey, it worked. I think it works out well, especially with the number on it. Right. I like that part.
Because anybody who read this one, you know what Pandora went through, but Pandora has 7 friends. So in the second one, it's not Pandora, it's the 7 friends who are quantum leaped, for the lack of a better term.
Yep. Let's see if anybody did any numbers doing the sprint.
Yeah, Eva. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, you good? Because Eva, I had her up there actually. Another few paragraphs of editing done. That's cool. Wait a minute. I think Kashay got 365 words. What did you do, DL? Because I'm sure you probably said, but I was kind of like internet kicking out.
I got 203.
Okay, cool. I don't know.
DL, which one?
Sovereign duties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me see here. I'm trying to run through these comments. Oh, Keith said it's burial clock here. Brain has decided to shut down, so I was editing. I've come to the conclusion that I need to reread this story so I can get a grip on the threads of the story again. Hey, sometimes you do that. That thread that was it.
It's burial clock.
It's burial clock. That was funny. That meme with Gandalf on it said, "Oh, you go back to the story, you revisit it, like I have no memory of this place." You know, that was a really good, true one for writers for real. It said, "Thanks for hosting, guys. Enjoy your final moments of the year. Have a safe and happy New Year, Ava." Yeah, I have to run soon. That's why I'm trying to wrap up too. My toddler's been sick the last couple of days with the stomach virus. She's just getting better, but she's not holding food down. So I have to run out to the store in the craziness of people right now and get her something that she can hold down. She's just not holding anything we have down. So, I'm gonna wrap those soon. I just want to get everybody else's bread.
Sure your mom has ginger already, though, right? Some fresh ginger.
She does, but Feora's not gonna eat that. She's a very picky eater. Like she will not eat anything but what she eats. So I'm gonna have to go get her saltine crackers. I can get her applesauce. She'll probably eat, and she's drinking breast milk, but that's the only thing she's keeping down. I need her to eat food.
Mm-hmm. And drinking in general.
Yeah, she's drinking some fluids, but she can't get food down. She's hungry, so. Let me see. I'm not for question 3. I'm not sure since I'm not to a point of even knowing a release is coming. Hey, that's cool. It's cool too. 1 for each day of 2020. Nice. 3. I think. Wait, why is that shifting? I hate when it does that. It like shift down to what's the new question is that somebody just posted. I'm trying to read here. Dang. Tamara said 3 things. Getting it into my Patreon members' hands for free. That's cool. I want to work on formatting, marketing, and building my author platform. Very good. Key said 1, cover. Gotta finish the cover. 2, editing. 3, need to rebuild the website. It got hacked by Russians, so I had the hosting company nuke it from orbit. Gotta rebuild.
Well, you sound like me, Key, because I gotta redo my my website too. Stewie's helping me with that shit.
Tamara came back with the rest. Also, I need to name the damn thing, and I want to do something creative with it, but I haven't thought of it yet. Cool. Leora said 1, description. 2, actually finishing the book. Book 2.
All right.
So I need to get a new domain for my website. I don't want to use the surname associated with it.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Keith, anyone willing to be a beta reader for a fantasy book? Comes with 3 arcs of the first 3 books in the series. Yes, if anyone's interested, hit Key up. You just click on and get the channel, and then email Key. Key, you can put your email.
You have links in your for that in your on your channel on one of your videos. If you don't do it, do a beta call, and so people can contact you.
Yeah, so that work real good to get all of us on there.
I got good betas doing a beta call last year.
That's cool. Let me see if I miss anybody. Question. Oh, Leora said, number 3, publish.
Yeah, that's a good one, Leora.
See, it was like a horror thriller or paranormal story to do a sample edit of with feedback on the editing as the mutual benefactor portion of the deal, up to 10K words with 30 days turnaround or less.
I can hook you up with something.
I wouldn't start until mid-January, so if that works for anyone, hit me up sometime before mid-January. And all poetry guys, I'll edit it for $20 for $19.95. Tom, you so funny. Look at you. Kidding.
I'll give you the longest poem you've ever seen.
Or 3 installments of $50.
That's too funny. I like that. Let me go back up and just make sure I don't forget anybody who answered the last question. I don't think I missed anybody. Okay. Alrighty, everyone. So we can go ahead and do our closeout because I do have to roll though.
And I need to eat actual food.
You should eat actual food, like, for real. Please do.
That's probably why I don't feel good because I didn't.
You need to eat. Alec, did you want to do your closeout?
Oh, sure. All right. Well, I'm Alec Williams, the author of Immortal Scars, available on Amazon. I just want to let you all know that I am launching my Patreon tomorrow. So if you want to jump on that bandwagon, just hit me up. Most of you are subscribed to my channel anyways. And I'm also still looking for beta readers for my 3rd book. It's not going to start until like March. But if you want to sign up for that, also hit me up. But thanks for having me, Tillery.
Of course, always a pleasure. And DL?
I'm DL Stewart. It's completely blanked out. My debut novel, The Battle for Medagore, is currently available on Amazon, Books Depository, Barnes & Noble, a bunch of other places. I got social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Patreon, YouTube. I got a website, a newsletter. I got a blog on my website. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, we have most of all the links below, but you guys can click on the YouTube channels and everyone has the info and most of their videos descriptions too, if you want to check that out. If you're not subscribed though, I don't think most of you guys here are subscribed. If not, please go do that. We always love to have new people follow us so you can see what we're up to and then we can connect with you and see what you're up to. Aphrodite?
Yeah. I'm Aphrodite Lee. Please go get Shattered if you haven't gotten it already.
All right, links below.
So we can talk shit about it and think of anything else.
She has a Discord for people who finish the book, so you can talk about the book.
Yeah,
so once you finish the book, you can join.
Because
if you want,
spoilers.
If you want Aphrodite, I can record my voice saying "fucking chase" every time you bring it up somewhere. You just play it.
Okay, I might have to look into that. I'm just saying. It's me over there like I'm for chase. I'm like, listen.
He's willing to wear blue.
And his bitch ass down there with that smug smile on his face.
Look at him. Smoking.
He's
all
a
right,
good guy.
you guys know I can't even with that. I'm Arthur D. Tillery. Please check out my website. You'll see some new updates coming on there. I'm trying to post like the books that I plan to have come out and the schedule of what's going to happen. If you go in there now, you'll see some of the books I have planned and possible year that they're releasing. But I'm going to be updating it with all Cagliostro once more things come into play. I have cover art, well, character art, I should say, because the cover art is going to be being done by someone different a little bit now. So I will be putting up that and changing my whole website over to about just that book because that's my debut novel, and I'll have a little info about Room Within because that has its own cover and we released ebook or sometime this year. I'm thinking April-ish, I want to say. But yeah, so look for that. That's all I'm about this year. It's all about Cagliostro. A lot of cool stuff happening on Patreon as well. If you want to join my Patreon, you totally can. If you want to follow me or support me in my art, please do. That's always cool. We all try to do that because it does help us as artists, writers, to keep going what we're doing because we're doing a lot of self-publishing and things like that. So it always helps us to further. And we give our patrons pretty cool things and stuff as well over there. So please check it out. And I'll be releasing my schedule on my channel of what I'm doing of all my social media. I'm going to do a video on that so everyone can be aware of where I'll be posting on what days. So I will see everybody sometime this weekend, I believe. Or if not, I'll see you next Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. I'll be, hey, I'm doing the first one of the year.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.
I didn't even think about that.